Hey friends, CGS back, and I'm delighted to be joined today by a very special visitor in the studio. I'd like you all to give a big warm welcome to my godson, James.
Hello everyone.
How you doing, buddy?
Good, you?
Good to have you here. And now, you gave me a guitar to fiddle about with and noodle about with a couple of days ago, and I've done a bit of a setup for you. Just want to make sure you're absolutely happy with it. So we're gonna give James his guitar back now, and see what you think of the setup, my dude. So there's your beautiful Epiphone.
Thank you.
Les Paul.
It's beautiful. I love it.
She's nice, isn't she? Now, you bought it at Anderton's?
Anderton's, in Guildford.
Awesome. And what we found, well, what I found when I actually got it out of the case, and you showed me the fact that it was buzzing on a lot of the lower end frets, what this had was a back bow, which means that the neck's supposed to be slightly banana shaped, but it's not supposed to go backwards like that. It's supposed to go like that. So all I did actually was to do a proper setup on it, was to just loosen the truss rod. Now, I think in the video I said righty tighty, and I'm still embarrassed about that, because actually it was righty tighty, sat from my position going that way. But actually, when you talk about adjusting the truss rod, you always do it from the perspective of looking down the neck from the headstock end. So it would have been lefty-loosey, in fact. And what this Epiphone has got, James, is it's got what's called a double action truss rod. Are you aware of double action truss rod?
No, I'm not aware of them.
In the old days, it used to just be a single action truss rod, which would act against the strings to pull it back in the direction that yours was. But actually now they have it so it's adjustable both ways. So you can also adjust it forwards to put more relief in the neck. So that's what we had to do. And so it was just about a half turn actually was all it took. And I lowered your bridge as well a little bit, because I know you quite like a low action.
The action's perfect, much lower than it was before.
And it's a little bit lower, isn't it? I'd say it's about half what it was before. And I hope you don't mind, but I have overwrapped the strings. There's absolutely no real reason to do that, other than the fact it's easier than raising the tailpiece to minimise the brake angle going over the top of the saddles there, so that they don't actually cause you to break more strings. So you should, fingers crossed, hopefully you'll find hopefully you'll find you don't break quite so many strings. So how does it feel? Have a little noodle about. Well, that's a nice riff. That's a very nice riff. Do you know what? I reckon that you and I should have our first ever jam on just that riff, actually. What do you think?
Yes.
Should we do that?
Yes.
Awesome. Let's do that now. Well, I really hope you enjoyed that jam as much as I did. It was a real pleasure. James and I haven't had chance. Well, I don't think we've jammed ever before, have we?
No, we haven't.
You've been over here a number of times and we've played the same guitar and I've shown you a few bits and pieces.
Never jammed together.
Never jammed, which was awesome.
Yeah,
really enjoyed that. So tell us, what made you choose this particular guitar, other than obviously the colour is beautiful?
The colour is beautiful, but most of all, I went for the style of guitar because I'm influenced by a lot of musicians that play Les Pauls, so like Dan Hawkins, Justin Hawkins from The Darkness, Jimmy Page, Slash from Guns N' Roses, many artists that use Les Paul, and it's what I think is one of the classic rock and roll sounds. And
how old are you?
15.
15, and he already knows his rock history. What a dude. Yeah, absolutely. I can't think of a better reason to pick up a Les Paul than those guys. And this is really nice. I've played quite a few Gibson Les Pauls, and I'm going to say something now that might shock you, but this actually plays and feels better than some of the Gibson Les Pauls that I've played. And I've done a couple of videos while it's been over here comparing it with Gibson as well. And, well, it literally blows the Gibsons out of the water. So it's a really nice guitar to play. The pickups are the Pro Bucker 3s.
Yes.
Which are absolutely exquisite. They really do sound just like a set of the Burst Buckers that you would get in a Gibson. So really impressed with this guitar. And also you've got the addition of a coil split on the push pulls on the volume pots. So, and that was unusual. I had to look it up because usually you'd expect it to be a coil, sorry, it's a coil tap. You'd expect it to be a coil split, but these are actually tapped, which means that they still buck and they're just taken off in the middle of the coil to just reduce the output a little bit. And that gives you some really nice sort of clean, clear Stratty type sounds as well. So you got the best of both worlds there, dude. Really have. Well, I really hope you enjoy playing this. I hope that the setup's good for you. If you feel that you need a setup again or you just want a slight adjustment in future, just let me know and I'll do it for you, of course. And thanks for coming into the studio and jamming out with me today, man.
Thank you for the jam. I really enjoyed it.
It's an absolute pleasure. My dude, nice one. Well done. Guys, hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, don't forget to give it a nice big thumbs up and a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, that can't hurt. And if you do subscribe, don't forget to click that bell icon so that you get notified when I make uploads, which is usually twice a week on a Tuesday and a Friday. And I'll be back with another one of those real soon. In the meantime, as always, my good friends, you take good care.